I read Lucky Night, so let's talk about it. And as you guys already know, this review is going to be spoiler free, so let's get into it. So we follow the story of Nick and Jenny, who are having a secret affair with one another. They've been having this affair for 6 years, but they never actually spent a night together. They would just kind of sneak here and there. So then one day, Nick decides to book a room at the new bougie hotel that opens up in Manhattan and tells her to come by and they'll have one amazing night together. And Jenny starts to hear kind of like an alarm going off in the background, and it's really bothering her because she doesn't know what's going on. Is there a fire in the building? What's going on? So Nick calls down to the front desk and asks what's going on, and they're basically like, this is a new build, the alarms have been faulty, everything's fine, no need to worry, stay put, you're good. Turns out they were not good, because there actually is a fire in the building, and not only is there a fire, but the fire becomes so large that hundreds of firefighters are coming to try to fight it, and they can't fight this fire, and the news stations are starting to report on it. Mind you, they are both fully married with children. No one knows they're having this affair, obviously, so they're kind of getting nervous that, like, at this point, what's going to happen? Are they able to get out? Are they going to die in this building? Will they have to finally admit to their infidelity to their spouses? What's going to happen? So this story was just okay for me. Obviously, I knew going into it that this was only going to last throughout that one night at the hotel, but it just felt so slow and repetitive. And I'm not sure if it's because it was just the one night or if it was the conversations that Nick and Jenny were having. They just felt so repetitive. We were not getting anywhere. They seemed like very immature people for where they were in their lives. I mean, they are extreme cheaters, so I can't expect more from them in terms of like how good of a person they are and how mature they are. It just was not it. The only reason why I kept reading this book is because I wanted to know what happened at the end, whether they would get out or what would happen to the building. But if this wasn't about a fire happening in a luxury hotel building, I probably would have DNF'd this book, if I'm going to be quite honest. I was not intrigued by the characters. I really do hate the cheating trope, so I should have known that going into this. However, some of my favorite books also have the cheating trope, so it depends how it's handled too. The fact that these two characters have been getting away with cheating for the last 6 years really irked me. Like a lot. I don't know. It's also a personal preference there. And one thing that I really did not like, and it's my first time experiencing this in a book, is that there are absolutely no quotation marks. So that made me have to pay attention 10 times more than I usually do when reading, because I couldn't tell if what was being said was actually being spoken to the other person or if it was a thought in the head. So you really have to focus when you're reading this. So overall, did not have the best time with it. I just felt like it was just very meh. Thankfully, it was quite short, because if it was any longer than this, I don't know if I would have actually been able to get through it. I just feel like there was a lot of potential, but it just was a miss for me. So I did give this one a 2 out of 5 stars.